Yeah, we most certainly can. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again.
Hello, hello, hello.
This is the Let's Have a Real Conversation podcast.
Can we talk about it? Hey.
Yeah, and we will. There are some things to talk about, and we're going to start right away. So, Mary J. Blige, Auntie Mary.
Auntie Mary.
I don't like that they call her that.
I don't either. I just feel like she should be called Mary. Like that. Just.
I mean, we grew up on her. She don't need to be an aunt for us. Like, she's just the hot older lady.
Right. She, you know.
I mean, I shouldn't even say lady. Like the hot queen.
Right. She is a queen. That is true. And she's Mary. I mean, she said it. She's just Mary.
I'm just Mary.
And I feel like that's all encompassing of all the great things she is.
Agreed.
And we think she's great, but apparently the Billboard Music Awards think she's great too, because she is being honored.
Okay. What we got? What they doing?
She is going to receive
Lifetime Achievement. Oof. Best Auntie.
The Icon Award.
Hey, there you go. Get her, Mary.
Yeah, so she is slated to receive the Icon Award at the Billboard Music Awards in May of 2022. Sunday, May 15th, to be exact. Yeah.
Nice.
It's exciting. She's only the 11th person to receive this award.
Oh, wow.
I believe Cher is among...
From Billboard?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
She follows Neil Diamond, Stevie Wonder, Prince, Jennifer Lopez, Celine Dion, Cher, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, Garth Brooks, and Pink. This is a strange... What is the criteria? What is...
I mean, when you first started reading the list, I was like, yeah.
Woo! Legends!
Yeah.
I mean, listen, all of those people are legends in their own right.
J-Lo. What? Hold on. What? Dresses.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
Anyway, let's keep it on a positive note.
Right.
We are very happy for Miss Mary J. Blige.
In some way.
Yeah, in some way.
But yes, we're very happy for Mary. Mary, I mean, listen, she's the queen. She's not only the queen, but she's the queen of the dancery.
That's right.
And so we had to make sure that we talked about this because, I mean, we've talked about the dancery right here on this podcast.
That's right.
And
I'm going to save my hate because she wouldn't want any hate.
Oh, no,
there's this dancery.
There's no hate.
No, I've got hate.
Well,
not
about,
for Mary.
About the previous
About some
winners?
of the previous J-Lo winners.
In this dancery, we will not slander, we will not admonish, we will just uplift the people who have come before her and thank them for their service. And I think we should move on. I think congrats to Mary.
Congrats.
And listen, I haven't really been into the award shows lately, but I will watch that.
Right, I'm about to say, it's when?
It's May 15th. I'm sure she's gonna...
Sunday? A Sunday?
Yes. I'm sure she's either going to perform or they're going to do a tribute with her songs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if both.
Or both.
Yeah.
So I will definitely, absolutely tune in. I've never seen Mary live. I wish I had, though.
I saw her live. I had the privilege.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I saw her and Nas in Jersey right before the pandemic. Yeah, they went on tour together.
Oh, yeah.
It was sweet. But it was mostly a Mary concert, which I had a feeling of, because when Jay and Mary went on tour together, I saw that concert, and it was like 60% Mary, 40% Jay-Z. And so I'm saying when I saw Mary and Nas, I had a feeling it was going to be mostly Mary.
Okay.
And it was. But I wasn't mad.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
It was I'm sorry to cut you off. Mm-hmm. I think the tour was the anniversary of one of her albums.
Okay.
Because she performed almost that whole album.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be dope to see her live. I haven't seen her live. There's still time.
True that.
But yeah, congratulations to her, and we will definitely be in the dancery, cheering her on May 15th.
Right.
And also her new album that came out recently.
Her new album is really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they also do Hello Gorgeous.
That would be cool
on the awards. Yeah, I think that would be great.
Or maybe the Fabio record. Fabio, not Fabio.
Right,
Sorry,
the Fabio.
Fabio.
Yeah. Fabio Foreign.
Yeah.
Yes.
His album just came out. He's got a big buzz.
That young man, yes. Isn't it produced by Kanye?
I don't know if the whole thing is produced by Kanye, but there is a lot of production. Kanye was heavily involved, yes. Kanye is one of the people publicly supporting and backing Fabio.
Okay, so speaking of things Kanye produced, we gotta talk about Pusha T.
Yeah! Pusha T's album just came out. Man, it is a great album. They're saying right now it may be number 1 before the weekend is over.
Yeah.
Or by the time you're hearing this, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really good album. It is 50% produced by Pharrell, 50% produced by Kanye. That shit is really good.
It's really good. It's really good. I've listened to it about 3 times.
Yeah, the Daytona album or EP, I don't know what they're calling whatever it was. I know there was a debate about that when Kanye did all those projects.
Yeah.
But that was a solid project. It was only like 7 songs, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
This is 12 songs, and man, it is really, really
good. It's really good.
Like, it's sonically very balanced. You can tell which ones Pharrell did, which ones Kanye did, but it doesn't make a difference. Like, Push came and did his thing, and I'm really excited.
He did. Favorite song on the album so far? If you have one?
Maybe Rock and Roll. I like Rock and Roll a lot. And can I play a snippet without us getting in trouble?
We got into trouble for playing the intro, the instrumental, to right above it. So I don't know. We'll see.
It wasn't the instrumental. You played the song.
No, I didn't play. It wasn't technically the instrumental, but there were no words in what I played, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They trying to get us out here.
They did.
They really did.
Put up our little video for y'all, and it was like, copyright issue.
YouTube was
I was like, what happened here?
YouTube said, no. What we're not going to do here is steal music.
It's called Just So You Remember.
Just So You Remember.
I like this one a lot. If it'll play. Yeah, I might have to, talk a little bit because I don't want them to say that, we just stealing stuff.
We're not stealing anything. We're just trying to give credit where credit is due, okay? This is a music podcast and we should be able to play music and critique music.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. My favorite song so far is Call My Bluff.
Oh yeah, Call My Bluff is good.
And that is the ice cream truck.
It sure is. It is warm out here today.
Yes, even though it is not the 70 degrees that was promised all week.
I knew he was going to say that.
All week. Screw the weather. Screw the weatherman, the weather woman, whoever. I don't understand. Let me go on a rant for a second. I don't understand. All week, I checked the weather for Sunday. All week, it said 70 degrees. And then on Saturday morning, it says 60 degrees. How? Where did the cold front come from?
Not the cold front.
And I kept thinking something was wrong with my phone. I looked at every weather source I could possibly find to make sure that this was incorrect, and it wasn't incorrect. It's actually only 61 degrees today, and I am livid. Anyway.
I mean, 61 is good enough for me. It's still April.
No. I never said that there was something wrong with 61 degrees. I simply said that if you tell me it's going to be 70 degrees, give me 70.
But technology can't really, it's hard to zero in on Mother Nature.
They said it was going to be 60 yesterday, all week. And guess what? It was 60 yesterday. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, sometimes we miss it. We miss it. You know what I'm saying? You can't always hit your mark. And speaking of missing things,
there's
there's a fuck ton of stuff going on with Coily Ray and her dad Benzino. I'm not going to get into any of it, but I just want to say, man, I wish that y'all would keep family business
off the internet.
Coily Ray is doing a lot of really big things right now with her music and her career. Mm-hmm. She's killing it.
She is.
And I haven't heard it.
People love her braids.
Oh, yeah? That's a thing?
When you go to the braid shop, because, I go to the braid shop. You go to the braid shop, people want her braids. It's like Beyonce from the Lemonade video. They actually call the braids that she wore lemonade braids. You can go now to a braid spot and ask for the Coily Ray braids.
That's iconic.
It's the box braids with the little curls at the bottom, if y'all care. I mean, to me, it looks a little too young for me, but
Well, she's young.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying I'm not getting them, but they're cute. They're adorable.
Don't worry, I'm not getting them either.
Well, we would support you if you did.
Nah, that's why I got my hat on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking the freshest today, so.
Neither am I.
I'm repping for my squad. And that's
we are very laid back today.
Yeah, I mean, So yeah, but Coily Ray's doing her thing. She's got a lot of good stuff going on right now, and I really wish that her and Benzino would both chill. It's just whatever's going on. It's best to keep it off the internet, like the podcasts and the interviews and all of the public stuff they're doing. It's spilling out all over the internet, and the internet likes messes.
Right, and they will just keep.
They're gonna keep it going as long as y'all will allow. So actually, not just Coily Ray. I'm also talking to Benzino. I don't want to seem like I'm picking on Coily Ray, but I wish that both of them would keep this off the internet because it's McNasty.
Well, and I think what's happening too is that they're feeding off of one another, and so the moment one of them says something, it's like, oh well, he responded on the internet. I'm gonna go respond. Yep. Girl, pick up the phone. Benzino, pick up the phone and just call each other. Y'all want to hash it out? Call each other, send a text, something.
Right. Or if you beefing, keep it off the internet is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you got to have a perfect relationship. I mean, I totally get it. But
I get it too.
Yeah, but it don't have to be on World Star and
I just mean if you're going to say something, if your goal is to say something to that person, then say it to that person.
Right.
Talking around them or going on the internet and doing a live or doing an interview and spilling all your family business is messy.
It is.
I don't like that. If the family's feuding, you will never know.
That's family business.
Exactly. What is
Kanye?
You're not. I was actually gonna say "Keep the Family Close," which is a Drake song, but
see, I would never.
You wouldn't know that. No.
I'm TikTok. I'll never know.
Yeah, they're gonna know.
I was thinking family business, Kanye on College Dropout.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
This is family business.
Family business. Okay.
So you were saying that it's really messy?
Yeah.
And all right, but just a disclaimer: if y'all just want to hear about music, I think we're done for the day.
Yeah, we're not really talking about music.
There's not a lot going on in the music world right now.
No, there's a lot of music coming out, so that should be interesting. We
got Future coming.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow, for those who care about that. I'm not going to comment. I'm not really sure. And then the big dog's coming. Kendrick announced.
That he has an album coming out.
Yep.
I feel like I'm very low energy right now. I feel like normally I'm like, woo, Kendrick, but
I mean, we don't have a snippet. We don't have a song.
No.
Just like, a date.
A date.
And a title.
Listen, a date and a title is
it's an interesting title. Okay? We'll see what happens. I'm curious to see, is the title talking about his competitors, the current state of the game, or some total other thing?
Yeah.
So, now that the disclaimer's out the way, if you only came here for music, we thank you. See you in 2 weeks. Adios.
We're not talking about music anymore. We're gonna talk about some bullshit, and then we're gonna get out of here. So, if y'all want to shoot the shit with us and listen to what
come have a seat,
right? Because we're about to talk about shows we've been watching. Right. Like we're about to shoot the shit. We're not So we're not talking about music today. That's
all we got for y'all. And not because we don't want to, because there really ain't.
There's not much. We checked.
Ain't much going on.
Coachella happened. Full stop.
Done.
There's our Coachella breakdown.
That's it. There is no Coachella breakdown.
That was it.
That's it.
That was it.
That's the tweet.
That was it. What I will say is keep Beyonce's name.
Keep Beyonce's
out your
name.
Mouth. Keep Beyonce's name.
Oh shit.
Out your fucking mouth.
That's great. I love
That's all I have to say about Coachella.
That was perfect.
That's it.
That was beautiful.
That's it. Let's move on to TV.
Move on. So yeah, you said messy, and I immediately thought of the very messy show that has seemingly broke the internet as of late. Ultimatum.
Ultimatum.
And Netflix. So we're gonna do a lot of talking about Ultimatum, but not so much here. We're gonna talk a little bit on here, but we want to start giving y'all some content off of here for those who are following us on social media. Mm-hmm. So on our Instagram and TikTok, we will be posting lots of stuff about Ultimatum very soon. Very soon. So if you don't follow us and you're a listener, please follow us at LHRCPOD. That's it.
That's it.
And we'll be giving you some fun little bits about Ultimatum.
Yeah, we're gonna break shit down, you know? We're gonna hash it out.
Right.
You and I don't agree on everything that happened on Ultimatum. We agree on a lot of things, though.
About the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
certain things are undisputable.
Right.
But then there's a lot of shit that's like, I don't know.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Right. So,
and the reunion is already out.
Yes. So the whole thing is out. I think it premiered over 3 weeks, as Netflix does often. They'll give you like 3 episodes, 2 to 3 episodes at a time.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I never watch stuff when it comes out. I always like, oh, it's all out. Oh, they already spoiled everything on the internet. I didn't know anything about it. No, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what it is. I kind of like, because I know it's coming and it's only going to take 3 weeks for me to get it, I could wait an extra 3 weeks to watch it. So,
right.
Most of it was out by the time I started watching it. But Ultimatum is basically, it's a dating show, so to speak.
Right.
But it's 6 couples who are not married. They are unmarried couples.
In their 20s. Gotta say that part.
There's only one 30-year-old and only one person close to 30.
Right.
The rest of them are between the ages of 23 and 26, which Netflix is fucked up for that because the premise of the show doesn't align with their ages at all. That's the first thing that stands out. It's like, why would you put people on a marriage ultimatum show between the ages of 23 and 26?
Right.
Do you know what I was doing at 26? At 23?
My daughter was born when I was 23, and I wasn't married. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Okay.
I think that'll suffice.
And I was outside.
I was about to hit a Jadakiss line, but
I was outside between the ages of 23 and 26.
Yeah, the oldest person is 30. Yeah. Was it Nate or Hunter? One of them, right? One of them white boys.
What are white boys?
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew it. That's why I said it.
So
I'm trying to beat you to the punch.
So
yeah.
Okay, so the premise is these 6 couples come.
Right.
They come together and it's hosted by Nick and just I do that all the time. Nick and Jessica Lachey. No.
Who's Jessica?
Jessica was his first wife. Nick and Vanessa Lachey. Y'all
know.
remember Nick Lachey? I do cherish you. You know, 98 Degrees.
I remember hearing about 98 Degrees and their stuff was on the radio, but I didn't.
You heard about them? You didn't actually know their music?
No, not really.
Did you know the Backstreet Boys and
of course.
Well, they were like
third. 98 Degrees was
like third in line.
Yeah, but if you're not first, you last.
All right.
Do you know that from Talladega Nights?
I don't remember that. I have seen it though. I have seen it. I'm pretty sure. No. Yes, I've seen it.
It's the story of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
So the premise is they come together. Mm-hmm. They are technically considered broken up during this initial period.
Right.
Where they arrive on the resort or wherever they are.
Yep.
And they are encouraged to date each other.
Yep.
So not their significant other, but all the other people in the group.
Right.
Over a week's time.
Right.
At the end of a week, they get together, they have dinner as a group, and each of them decides who they would like to spend 3 weeks with in a trial marriage. I don't even know why they called it a trial marriage, because that could also just be a trial relationship. Like they were living together. They lived together for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to be doing their normal things. I think this was done in their city. They're supposed to be living their normal lives.
Right.
So, but unmarried people live together. That's why I say that I don't know if it needed to be called a trial marriage, but fine. That's what they called it. And then after that 3 weeks, they go back to their person they came with, and they spend 3 weeks with that person in a trial marriage, because everyone in the group hadn't been living together at that point. Some of them did live together. Some of them did not.
Right.
And then at the end, they decide whether they want to marry their person or not.
Right. Okay, but you missed some stuff.
What did I miss?
So everyone at the show has been given an ultimatum by their significant other.
Oh, how could I forget the...
It's all right. I got your back. Don't worry. I got you. I'm here picking it up.
Thank you. That's what a co-host does.
Mm-hmm. So what happens is, in each couple, there's one person who's ready for marriage right now, today.
Right.
And the other person is not ready.
Yes.
For one reason or several.
Only one of the men. There were 6 couples. Only one couple was the ultimatum was given by the man.
Colby?
No. Yeah. Hunter. Who wanted the baby? The guy who wanted the baby.
Nate
was the only man in the group who gave an ultimatum. The rest were given by the women, which was odd for some of them. Yeah, didn't I say that?
I don't think so. Because one of the couples who were together later on, that was one of the conversations.
Well, Randall didn't give the ultimatum. Zay didn't give the ultimatum. Colby didn't give the ultimatum.
Yes, he did. Madeline wasn't ready for marriage.
No, Madeline gave him the ultimatum.
I don't think so. You wanna check real quick? I'm sure a Google search will. Sorry, y'all. We don't want to give y'all the wrong facts. We don't want to say the wrong shit. We try to be accurate with our journalism, our reporting, our potting, unlike some other potters who just say whatever the fuck and just be like, yeah, wrong shit.
Right, and y'all stuck with us, so you must want to hear this fodder that, we got going on today.
Right.
So, it's fine. Here's your visual. Oh, Netflix gave a visual guide.
Why, thank you.
So... Meet the couples.
Oh, stars. I got it. I was right. Colby did give the ultimatum.
I just said that, though. But I called him Jake because
that's what the wrong website said. Jake. So, yeah, Colby's the guy who gave the ultimatum.
So 2 guys gave the ultimatum.
I'm about to say, yeah, Nathan gave an ultimatum.
And then 4 women gave the ultimatum.
Right.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. This thing. Okay, so if you guys are interested, Netflix has mapped out
the whole shit.
The whole thing. Who dates who picks who at dinner. It's a visual illustration of...
That's smart as hell.
Of what happened throughout the show. So I would definitely check that out. You could just Google Netflix ultimatum guide and you should be able to find it. This is really cool. And maybe we can put this in the show notes.
Yeah, I can put it on the screen.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that works. So.
Yeah, I can take screenshots and put it up there.
So I guess.
Specs back off.
I guess what we're here to talk about today is initial thoughts about the show and just the experiment of it all and, So you
initial, like when I first found out about it.
Well, just
or just a quick
overall
one.
thoughts
quick
of
overall.
the show. Yeah,
the show's interesting. I want to see more colored people, more black folks. I'm sorry, everybody was white except like 3 people, and it was a setup. I want to see our people on there, more of that. I want to see Nick not be the host because that was kind of weird at a lot of points.
he looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, and if it's his wife's show, then just let it be his wife's show.
Well, because I think they do. I think it's a joint partnership with Netflix that they have. This is not the only show that they host.
Oh, okay.
But so they host a lot of a few of the dating shows on Netflix.
I didn't even know Netflix had dating shows.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm saying this is news to me.
Yeah. So, but I think that's their niche because I guess what they're selling, their brand is they're a happy couple. You see how hard it was for me to say that? Because it just sounds kind of ridiculous when you say it out loud. But listen, that's some people's brand is coupledom.
Did you just make up a word?
I don't know. Maybe I've seen it before.
I mean, I made a word on this podcast before.
You have. I've seen it before, but I can't tell you that it's in the dictionary.
Oh, don't get me started on the dictionary in 2022.
Right, because a lot of things are
fucking stupid.
I'm pretty sure WAP is in the dictionary by now.
It's fucking dumb.
Which is an acronym. It's not even a word.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, yeah. What else? I think it's interesting. I'd also like to see it with people above 20 years old. I'd like to see some 30 and 40-year-olds in there.
Yeah, I think the show would be way better if it was 30 and 40. Well, okay. No, I shouldn't say that. It would be less salacious. And I don't even think it would. I
don't know about that.
I don't even think it was that salacious, but I think it would be less salacious because I think that
okay, go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to cut you.
I think that they're young. They're young and they're doing what 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds do, right? I think that it would probably be a little bit different if the people were like 35 and over because their expectations may be a little bit different.
Okay.
And their intentions may be a little bit different.
Right.
And so, no, I don't think that everybody's going to be reserved and buttoned up and, not going to have a good time or whatever. They're there agreeing to date someone else. So,
right.
But I think it would be a lot less of like the cattiness between the women and like.
Oh man, that was good though.
I mean, listen. I couldn't understand it. There were so many hard dick conversations that I said, oh, okay, well, listen, your homegirl was like, yeah.
Save it.
Okay.
Let's save it.
Okay, because
if we're going to give it to him on TikTok and Instagram.
That's true.
Then let's give it to him on TikTok and Instagram.
Let's do that.
Let's keep it as the overall.
So I'll give my overall thoughts.
If 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds come in, having given their significant other the ultimatum, I think they would date harder. In the show, a lot of the 20-year-olds were like, oh, I don't know. I really want to be with my person. And I can't envision being with anyone else. I think if a 35-year-old came in there, I was like, look, I've been trying to marry this person for like 4 years and they're fucking playing.
Right.
And there was somebody else who they connected with. They'd be like, I'm about to see for real what's up with this person.
I could see that. But that's fine. I think that would also, I think what these people were trying to do, I think that would actually accomplish what they were trying to do because they really, a big part of the show and the way they structure the show, because we even talked about some of the conversations that they were having with each other and we were like, oh, no, don't have that conversation. But when you think about it, that's encouraged because they want to make sure that the other person is really thinking about what's going on. And so I think to your point, I actually think that would be really helpful to that.
Yeah.
That when the other person sees, oh, they're taking this seriously.
Yeah.
That's going to light something or not.
Right.
but that's going to make things a little bit clearer.
And I think shit would get real messy with those girls' nights and guys' nights with the 30-year-olds.
I can see
Like,
that.
you need to just be sitting at the other side of the table saying the dick is hard.
Nah.
Not a 35-year-old. But I also don't think that kind of conversation would happen. But who knows?
I
When the
don't think
Remy's
so.
in the system,
Ain't no telling.
will I fuck him? Will I diss him?
That's why they be yelling.
Let's leave it there.
Okay.
So, all right. And that's what I think. I think, yeah, that's my overall.
Yeah.
Older people, more brown-skinned people.
Agreed.
Nick, sorry, but either you got to get into the show or you got to go, player, because sometimes he was just sitting there like...
I feel like Vanessa could do it herself. She could host it herself. And I think it would be fine because she's very sassy and she's really very engaging.
Yeah.
I think she genuinely likes that they do this. And so she would have a good time with it. She's not afraid to speak her mind.
No, it don't seem like it.
And so I think Vanessa could do it by herself. I don't think Nick needs to do it, but I understand that maybe they sell themselves as a package, and so that's probably why.
Yeah, they probably got a big ass dual contract with Netflix. It's probably, a package deal.
Hi, Netflix.
Hi.
Big ass dual contracts.
Right here.
Right over here. I mean,
right
you got
here.
two people right here who,
right here.
We be potting together.
And we know how to get merch out. You know what I'm saying? We look good in stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, magical pose.
You know what I'm saying?
This is emotional oranges, but rep the squad.
That's it. Gotta rep the squad.
Rep the squad.
Crew love, right? That's what Drake said?
Crew love. Loving the crew.
That's it.
Loving the crew. All right. Anyway.
So, yeah. Oh, so your overall thoughts?
That was an ad.
That was a free ad, right?
That was an ad. So, anyway. Yeah, my overall thoughts. A shit show.
Okay.
In a word, shit show.
A shit show or a shitty show?
A shit show.
Okay.
It wasn't a shitty show. I welcome a season 2.
Well, they made that very clear. I was actually going to wait till you finished to say that. They made it very clear because the whole reunion, they're like, and we're here with the cast of season 1.
Right.
And season 1 was wild, wasn't it?
They probably already filmed in season 2.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Overall, it was a shit show. However, I don't know, because in my mind, I was like, yo, I would never do this. I just feel like you set yourself up for failure doing something like this. But then when I started going through it, I was like, I think I get it. Like, I think I get the mindset behind that, even though it still seems asinine because you're essentially saying, here, try something else out and see if you want that.
Yeah.
Which maybe that needs to happen. Maybe that needs to happen in a lot of relationships, to be honest. But once I got past that, I agree with you that more Black and brown people. I also just feel like it could have been way more diverse than it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people will argue that
there was a Filipino
Black and brown
woman
enough.
And yeah, I was about to say that they're going to say 4 people were non-white. 5? Jake, Zay, Shanique, Randall, Ray. That's it. April.
It's Filipino. But
5 out of 12. Right? That's what it is? 12? 6 couples, 12 people.
5 out of 12. But also the way that was laid out was very interesting in itself.
It seems strategic.
To me, it seems strategic as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So yes, I would love to see that. I also think that I don't know. I kind of like the way that we saw, just to throw a monkey wrench in it.
Do it.
There is a scene with Randall and Shanique, right? Where they weren't technically supposed to see each other.
Yep.
But they did.
There was a couple of those.
I think there should have been more of those.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll save it for TikTok.
Cause you gotta spice it up a little bit. You gotta mix it up a little bit. Shake shit up. Do unexpected things to these people. The experience was too predictable. Oh, I'm not going to see my person for 3 weeks. I could do whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. As they said, some of those people took this as an opportunity to cheat for free.
Yeah.
Which, if given a hall pass, should you use it? Debatable. I mean, I'm just saying, because people do this.
Well, if we both agree, if you and your person both agree to be on the show, then you've both signed up for what you've signed up for.
Of
and that's
course.
part of why I don't know if those meetups should be happening.
Right, but the meetups is not to help that. The meetups is just to, create a little bit more chaos. And, it's reality television. We need a little chaos.
I think that's more of what that is, because in real life, if you and your significant other break up for 3 weeks, you're probably not going to meet up with them and be like, I saw you were out with Dashing D and blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. You're probably never going to see shit except somebody's plate on the other side of this Instagram story picture.
Yeah.
You're not going to know who it is. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I saw him out with Dashing D.
True.
You're going to see the plate on the other side of the table with maybe a hand.
Right.
You might be like, oh, but everybody has that Apple Watch. I don't know who it is.
Right. That's
trying to zoom in and find tattoos.
It's not the custom brand.
You know what I'm saying? I see a birthmark.
Not I see a birthmark.
Investigations go on. In real life, you wouldn't be able to do that. In real life, you wouldn't be able to be like, oh, I saw what you said to Dashing D. Right. I can't believe you said that. You knew I was in the room.
Right. No, you're right.
It's reality TV shit.
It's right, but I'm okay with playing up the tropes. I'm okay with throwing a little wrench in there, knowing that it's bullshit. I'm fine with that. Because that just makes for chaotic TV, and sometimes that's what you want.
A little chaos.
A little chaos.
I hear you.
A little chaos was okay. That one I won't touch. We'll address that on TikTok. But
social media.
On social media. But what else? What are we missing? Okay, so bullet points though. It's a mess, y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, it's messy, but it's the good kind of messy.
Yeah.
Some of these people don't know what they want. Some of these people have no idea what they want. They think they know what they want, but then they're not really sure.
Yeah.
And then it's also so interesting how much of a different reaction you have to different people.
Yep.
Because they go from being completely miserable with the person they're with. And, this might also be like grass is greener type of thing. But they go from being so exhausted and stressed and whatever to this land of flowers and frolicking in the park, and everything seems so nice and sweet, and but is it? Is it?
Not always.
Not always.
It isn't always.
Not always.
And I don't know. I don't know if it would improve it, but I don't think 3 weeks is long enough.
I don't think 3 weeks is long enough.
It should have been a month at least.
But that may also be. I feel like they think about these things too. They're probably like, we don't want it to go on too long because we need for them to really be confused. Because I feel like the longer it is, the more sure of their decision they would be.
That's a good point.
One way or another.
That's a good point.
But this also makes me think about Married at First Sight.
Oh.
Speaking of the time frame.
Right.
So I don't know if anybody out there watches Married at First Sight.
Yeah, break it down.
But
let them know the format.
This is one of my favorite. This probably is my favorite reality show on television right now. So
those episodes are long.
They're long, and that's been my issue lately. It's really hard to watch, but the episodes are 2 hours each. It's like watching 90 Day Fiancé.
That is long.
So long.
Like that's a movie every week.
What makes it what makes it interesting though is it's 5 couples. They've over I think it's when they started it was only 3 couples or something like that, and now they're in season 14, I believe.
God damn.
And
well, that's a popular show.
Yes. They're in I believe it's season 14. The finale is coming up for this season.
Okay.
But basically what it is you marry a stranger. They have 5 couples, 3 relationship experts that work with production to match 2 people together who they think are most compatible.
Okay.
And then those 2 people will get married.
Okay.
And the first time they see each other will be at the altar.
But who? Okay. Let's slow it down for a second because I don't know shit about this. So, the who chooses the pairs?
The experts in production. Well,
so a bunch of people submit to be on the show.
Yes.
And then
they even show like you can watch the matchmaker episodes too. They have matchmaker episodes that come out before the show actually starts.
That's interesting, and that's smart marketing.
Yeah.
So the 3 experts see, let's just say 1,000 people who submitted.
Right. So I think production vets the submissions, right?
Okay.
And then so that narrows it down. Even if it narrows it down to a high number. It's probably something like 600 people.
Okay.
Then I think they do these like open call type of things where they call those people back and they get interviewed.
Okay.
It's like it goes through. They explained how because they had a season where shit went crazy, and so they had to explain how they do it because people were angry. So it's a few rounds, and I might be missing the exact pieces of the puzzle, but they keep whittling it down.
Right.
So production is involved, and then production will help interview them. They did say it takes them like 2 days to do the initial interviews because it's so many people. And then from that, they shrink it down to a smaller group. Let's say it's like a sample set of like 50 people or something like that. And then they start trying to figure out if they could match them. They don't always know that they're going to match them, but they have their list of people they would like to match.
See, that to me is a show.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
The matchmaking process?
Yeah, that's super interesting. I'm saying like that whole 2 days.
Right. They're never going to show us that. And apparently they go through a whole bunch of psychological tests and things like that.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. But
see, that's how you get my subscription money.
I would watch that.
That's how you get like the $4 a month or whatever the hell.
The interviews. And things.
All of that. Just show me the whole thing because that's a doc every season.
You know what you would like?
I just gave away a free show to who is it? Lifetime.
You did, but
yo, we got ideas on this side.
Hello, Lifetime, Discovery, Warner.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how quick we just did that?
We got a thing going on. Y'all need to listen.
Holler at us.
Pay us.
So you were saying?
So, what was I saying?
They show us the 2 days. I said it should be a show, and you said the matchmaking process. They bring it down.
Yeah, they bring it down to about 50 people. Then they vet those people down. There's psychological tests. There's all kinds of different things that happen, and then they come up with 10 people.
Okay.
That get matched together. So
your family has no idea. Your family doesn't get to help vote.
No.
Like your mama can't be like, no, not them.
The show.
She got to be with the fit guy.
No, the show producers. You give them in your application. You're telling them exactly what you want. They ask you very granular questions, like, do you care if the person smokes cigarettes, or
okay. See, I gotta watch this.
Would you prefer a wife who wants to stay at home?
Right.
Questions like that, very specific questions.
And then from there, that helps the data.
Yeah.
They take that data, aggregate it, and put things down.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly.
I still want to see those episodes. Fuck the show before we even get to that.
No, I mean, yeah.
That's really
I totally
interesting
understand. That is a good show idea. But yeah, so they do that. They narrow it down, and then it comes down to these 10 people, and then the way the show starts, the way the season starts, is they do this matchmaking special, and then the first couple of episodes is them telling their families that they got selected to marry a stranger.
Oh man, that gotta be hilarious.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's like, whoa, this is embarrassing. I don't want to be in the room for this. People are not happy. There have been parents who don't show up to the wedding. There have been all kinds of things that have happened. It's actually pretty common for at least one or two of the people in the season to say that a family member doesn't support it.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I don't think my dad would be very excited if I was like, I'm marrying someone I've never fucking met before, and I'm gonna do this whole thing on TV.
I don't think my dad would be like, appreciate that either.
I am not going to participate in any of this shit.
Right.
But I think my sister would be like, oh, you wild, nigga. We in there. Yeah, when's the wedding? Oh, let me make sure I put my vacation time in.
Yeah.
She'll be popping up at the house. Hey,
what y'all doing?
You know what I'm saying? Knocking on the door.
Well, there's an episode for Friends and Family.
Oh yeah,
they entertain. Yeah, it happens every season where they entertain friends and family. Over that. So she would be able to.
No, I think she'll just be visiting on some regular. Hey, happy Wednesday. How's the week going?
How's the marriage?
You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think she'd be like Mike Jack with the popcorn. Just.
Yeah, I would totally do it. I've been waiting for them to come back to New York because I'll apply. I don't mind.
Okay.
I mean,
just marry a complete stranger?
Yeah, why not?
That's gangster.
I mean, it does end in if you don't want to be in it anymore, they don't annul the marriage. It is a divorce, so that some people have a problem with that, and I can understand why.
But yeah, I'm about to say I thought it would have been an annulment.
It's not an annulment; it's an actual divorce.
Oh no, see.
That's in their contracts. That it must be a divorce. There are certain extenuating circumstances where they will annul the marriage.
Like if it's right away hatred or something?
Like there's been people who have been... There was a season. You should actually watch this season that I'm going to tell you about. Maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago, one of the men told his wife on the morning after their wedding that he got someone pregnant. He got his ex pregnant, and he just found out.
Yeah, that marriage is over.
Right. So I think they gave her. They told her that if she wanted to annul that marriage, they could, because they felt like, because a lot of people on the internet were like, "Fuck the experts, it's their fault." But
I can see why.
But
if he just found out that day, that's not their fault.
Well, that's the thing. That's debatable whether he really knew or not. And it's also debatable whether the show vetted it properly. Oh, okay. Because they should have at least found photos from him being with his ex-girlfriend so close to
the time frame.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a little confusion there. But anyway, that is definitely a season that if you wanted to dive into a Married at First Sight season,
that's where you go.
That I would go there. Or there's another season that I think was in DC, and the guy just lied the entire time. Just lied. It was a black couple. He was a liar. He would lie about everything. Just like lie, and then say that she's rude and she's mean to him and all kinds of stuff. But he would lie, and so she would get frustrated. She no longer wanted to, participate or engage with him. Every time they would be like, please just have a conversation with him, because the experts are very involved. You see them throughout the season. They help them through certain conflicts and whatever. Okay. They would be like, please, can you just have a conversation with him? Like, we think that this could be really good. And he would be on some fuck shit. He was lying about his title at work. Like, it was a bunch.
This nigga sound the CEO.
He said
of the mailroom.
He spoke about finances. They spoke about finances, which is a part of the show. They're supposed to do that.
Makes sense.
And then
that came up a lot on Ultimatum.
It did. I mean, It's
A lot.
important.
It is. It is.
I feel like also I would say millennials on, like millennials, Gen Zers, those are things that get prioritized a lot more than maybe generations that came before us, because a lot of the times women weren't as out there in the workforce as they are now. I feel like, and there's other factors too, but that's one main one. Um,
Well,
but
finances are important regardless. So
of course,
I understand.
but I think that's probably why you hear it more on a show like that, where
Yeah, I mean,
everybody's 23 to 26,
yeah,
you know, than maybe if they were a little bit older. So,
right.
yeah, because I thought about that too. I was like, oh, they're talking about that a lot, which is great. You know, you should have those conversations up
But
front.
some of them led with it.
Well, yeah, because there was one woman who said that's what she's looking for.
She said she refuses to be with a man who does not make more than her.
Yeah, that's what she said. I mean,
she said because she likes to shop,
which is, I mean, that's fine that she likes to shop, but sometimes you should not say what your reasoning is, especially when you try to look for a man. But you know what? Maybe someday she will find herself a man who is
well, she did
perfectly fine with that. Well, she did, yes. I don't think
she didn't even have to look that far.
You think that's gonna last?
I don't know. We'll save it for social media.
Right. So yes, I love Married at First Sight. I think it's great because they go through all of these stages. They have to actually emulate a marriage. That's why I was saying that I don't feel like the trial marriage on Ultimatum is a real trial marriage. Like, this is a real trial marriage. This happens over 8 weeks.
Yeah, I think they only called it trial marriages because they wanted people to have that focal point, that you know, that specific mindset. It's not a trial marriage, it's a trial relationship.
Right. So,
or a vacation you couldn't leave from.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, we're going away for the weekend. Oh, we're stuck for 2 more weeks.
But yeah, Married at First Sight happens over the course of 8 weeks. Okay. They start with the weddings. Well, they start with preparing for the weddings. Okay. So they tell their families. They go dress shopping, suit shopping, and then they have a bachelor and
Does Lifetime pay for all the
yes, Lifetime is paying for all of that. Bachelor and bachelorette parties. It used to be that they would go out with their own friends and family or whatever for their bachelor and bachelorette parties, and then at some point they turned it into a group party. So all the men go to one party and invite their friends, and then all the women go to another party and invite their friends. It's together. A lot of the stuff in later years of the show, more recent years of the show, they integrate the couples. The couples used to meet up like once or twice in the experiment, and that was it. This one, now they go on their honeymoons together, because before they would send them to different places. Now they go on their honeymoons together. They said that
Lifetime said it's too expensive. We got to start using Groupon.
Well, that, and they said that these are the only people who understand what you're going through.
That's true.
And so
we gotta stay together.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like so they could have a support system.
That makes sense.
Which I guess, yeah, because
your mom or dad, they don't understand what the fuck you're going through.
They don't know what you're going through, and then maybe that will help. Maybe if you have somebody to talk to who actually understands what you're thinking, right? You may not immediately want a divorce. You may want to think about what happens next.
Yeah, right? That makes sense. That's smart to have it kind of as a communal thing.
Yes. So they do their weddings. Mm-hmm. They go on their honeymoon. Mm-hmm. They come back from the honeymoon. They move in together. So again, things have changed. Originally, they had to figure out whose home they would live in. Okay. Or would they pick a new place? Okay. Now, Lifetime provides them with an apartment for the duration of the show. Mm-hmm. So they move into that apartment. There's times where everybody doesn't move in, but they yes. Well, remember, a lot can happen between your wedding day and the ending of your honeymoon.
That's true.
And it's an accelerated process. Okay. So
that's true.
Right. So there have been times where only one person moved into the apartment. That is actually not that uncommon.
So where did the other person be at?
They go home.
And they're not in the show anymore, or they just keep traveling back and forth.
It depends on the season and the circumstances.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So at that point,
but that's not a marriage. All right, whatever.
It's not, but that's why you would have to. We could talk more offline about. I'm not gonna bore everybody with every single thing.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't really.
Well, no, your questions are valid. It's just that if we started getting into the actual specific situations, we'd be here all night. Yeah. So
we ain't got time for that.
Right. So they move in, and then they have a series of things happen. So the meeting of the friends and the family. It's usually just a few people they have over. And
the important people.
Yeah, and the show will provide them food. They could pick between like a fiesta, like Taco Tuesday, and I don't know, something else.
Okay.
And that's what they do.
So everybody has tacos, because I'm assuming that's a popular
most
one.
People have Taco Tuesday, tacos and tequila.
Tacos and tequila. That sounds. How could you not want
Delicious.
that?
Delicious. I would love tacos and tequila.
How could you not want that?
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. Next step. Family and friends. Then
family and friends. And then they do celebrate their 1 month anniversary. You might not make it. Right. They celebrate that. At that point, I think that's when they send them their wedding albums and their wedding video and whatever for them to look at so they could reflect, see where they're at. They added this new part where they meet with the experts, and the experts ask them, well, what would you need to make a decision on this, make your decision on decision day? And what would you need to be able to stay together? And so they kind of try to hit the reset button with them, figure out where they're having issues and help them work through that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and throughout the show, the experts do come separately to deal with different things. Like one of them is a sexologist, so she'll come in, and an intimacy expert, and she'll come in and she'll talk to them about intimacy, because a lot of times there's couples that don't want to touch each other.
Of course, I don't even know you.
Right. But a lot of times there's couples who are all over each other.
Hey, we married, so yeah.
Never mind.
That's what I'm saying. I see both sides. Like,
oh, of course, yeah. I mean, listen. I think it just depends on how comfortable you feel with someone.
Yeah, of course.
If you're good with it, there's people on the show who really seem to be falling for one another, and they don't have sex until way late.
Oh,
or after the show starts, or
there's on their Jake and
after
Ray.
the show ends. I mean, yeah, on their Jake and Ray. That is just such a bizarre
social media. We're gonna talk about it.
Jake and Ray.
Social media.
Jake and Ray.
LHRCPOD.
Yeah. Yeah. So 8 weeks later, decision day happens.
Which I'm sure is a shit show every time.
It can be. Sometimes they make their final decisions, and then they do a reunion. So the reunion, I think, is like 3 months post decision day.
Okay.
And that way you can check in with them. A lot of times what you found out on decision day is not the same thing as what happens 3 months later. So
really,
that's really interesting. Yes.
Wow.
But
that's interesting.
So
I guess cats can't make a final decision.
Right. So I encourage everybody to watch Married at First Sight. I mean, this season is about to end. I'm sure you can still catch it on demand.
I mean, that's kind of the best time, no?
Yeah. But the season,
especially if you got
I think
2 hours every. Anyway,
I think the new season starts in June.
Oh, they right back with it.
Yeah, they be cranking out these seasons now
on a Lifetime original.
But yeah, so that's Married at First Sight. But it just reminded me of Ultimatum because of the
other way around.
Right. So it's interesting. No, they don't always say they want to stay together. Like it's really all over the place. But that's Married at First Sight. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
Nope.
That's it. Well, this was a weird one, but thank y'all for being here.
Right. And hopefully there's more music stuff to talk about next week. And
if not, we'll shoot the shit about something else.
That's it. So thanks again. And if you want to hear all our hot takes and thoughts on Ultimatum, don't forget to follow us.
Please.
LHRC Pod on TikTok and Instagram.
Until Netflix and Lifetime.
You know what I'm saying?
We out here.
What's up? Y'all want to see the recap show? So what do they call the post shows?
Recaps.
Oh, there you go. See, I don't even watch them, and I knew.
Watch our TikTok recaps. Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, I can't.
Nope. Okay.
You want to try?
Bye.